Breaking news: a hidden government benefit worth up to £5,600 a year is going unclaimed by thousands of UK pensioners. The Department for Work and Pensions has just confirmed a massive financial support scheme that most retirees don't even know exists. It's called Attendance Allowance, and it could be the lifeline you or a loved one needs. If you're over state pension age and living with a health condition or disability, you could be missing out on thousands in extra tax-free income each year. Stick around because what you're about to hear could change your financial future. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, has just made a major announcement that could provide a financial lifeline to many retirees across the UK. A benefit worth as much as £5,600 annually is available, but shockingly, hundreds of thousands of eligible people aren't claiming it. If you're retired or approaching retirement age, this could be the support you've been waiting for, a benefit that works alongside your state pension to improve your quality of life. This isn't technically an increase in your state pension itself, but rather comes in the form of attendance allowance, a separate, tax-free, non-means-tested benefit specifically designed for people facing long-term health conditions, disabilities, or age-related challenges that affect daily living. Attendance allowance helps cover the cost of personal care or supervision needs that result from physical or mental disabilities. What's more surprising is that despite being widely available, many people simply don't know this money exists. Others wrongly assume they won't qualify or that claiming is too complicated. But the reality is, this benefit is meant to help people remain independent and safe in their own homes, regardless of whether or not they currently receive formal care. The benefit is paid at two different weekly rates, depending on how much help you need. The lower rate is £73.90 per week, awarded to people who need assistance during either the day or the night. The higher rate, which applies if help is needed both day and night, or if the person is terminally ill, comes to £110.40 per week. Over the course of a year, the higher rate totals £5,740, while the lower rate provides an annual income boost of £3,843.20. Most summaries round these figures to £5,600 or more, an amount that could make a real difference when added to someone's regular pension income. To qualify for attendance allowance, there are a few key requirements. First, you must be over state pension age, which is generally 66 years old, depending on your date of birth. Second, you must have a physical or mental disability that impacts your ability to care for yourself or puts you at risk without supervision. Conditions like arthritis, Parkinson's disease, heart disease, stroke recovery effects, vision impairment, dementia, or even severe anxiety may qualify. The third condition is that these health-related difficulties must have lasted for at least 6 months, unless you are terminally ill, in which case the process is expedited and the waiting period is waived. Importantly, you don't need to be receiving care from someone else in order to claim. What matters is whether you need help, not whether you're getting it. Many people mistakenly assume they're ineligible because they manage tasks alone. But if those tasks are difficult, painful, time-consuming, or unsafe, that still counts. The DWP looks at whether you need assistance with things like bathing, dressing, eating, using the toilet, moving safely around the house, managing medication, or even needing supervision to prevent accidents due to memory loss, confusion, or mental health issues. Understanding which level of benefit you might qualify for is important, but you don't need to self-assess with absolute certainty before applying. The DWP will evaluate your needs and determine whether you're entitled to the lower or higher rate. In fact, many people end up qualifying for the higher rate without realizing it, especially if their needs extend into the night or if they live with conditions that cause sudden disorientation or difficulty. Applying for attendance allowance is straightforward. although many people are put off by the idea of filling out government forms. The first step is to get the form, which you can request by calling the DWP helpline at 800-731-469 or by downloading it from the gov.uk website. When completing the form, it's essential to focus on your worst days, not your best. Be honest about how much time and effort daily tasks take, whether you avoid certain activities because of pain or fear, and how your health condition affects your life overall. Including medical evidence such as a diagnosis, prescription list, or GP letter can help strengthen your application, although it's not mandatory. Once you submit your completed application, payments will begin after approval and will be deposited directly into your bank account every 4 weeks. Attendance allowance is entirely tax-free and does not reduce your state pension in any way. In fact, it can unlock access to other forms of financial support. Claiming attendance allowance may make you eligible for pension credit, housing benefit, council tax reduction, or even the warm home discount scheme. When combined, these extra supports can significantly boost your overall financial security, with some pensioners receiving hundreds of pounds more each month as a result. So why are so many people missing out? One of the biggest reasons is a simple lack of awareness. Many older people have never heard of attendance allowance, or they assume they don't qualify because they live alone, manage without a carer, or aren't in a care home. Others are overwhelmed by the application form or feel embarrassed to admit they need help. But claiming this benefit isn't about asking for charity. It's about receiving the support you're entitled to. The government created this allowance to support dignity and independence for those who need it most. Further good news for pensioners came in April 2025, when the UK government increased state pension payments in line with the triple lock guarantee. This ensures that pensions rise every year by whichever is highest earnings growth, inflation, or 2.5%. As a result, the full new state pension rose to £221.20 per week, and the basic state pension increased to £176.45 per week. When combined with the attendance allowance, some retirees could now be receiving more than £15,000 in tax-free income per year, a significant amount that can help with rising living costs, medical bills, home support, or simply improving quality of life. If you think you or someone close to you may be eligible for attendance allowance, it's important to take action now. The sooner you apply, the sooner support can begin. Remember, the benefit is not backdated before the application is received, so don't delay. You can call the DWP helpline at 800-731-469 or visit the official gov.uk website and search for attendance allowance to get started. Even if you're unsure whether you meet all the criteria, it's worth applying. The worst outcome is a refusal, and you can always appeal or reapply if your condition worsens. But the best outcome? An extra £5,000 or more per year that could ease financial stress, help you afford home support or mobility aids, and bring more peace of mind in retirement. In uncertain economic times, every bit of support counts. Attendance allowance exists because the government acknowledges that older people living with health issues face unique challenges, and those challenges deserve financial recognition. If you're over state pension age and live with a condition that affects your daily life, don't overlook this opportunity. Help is available. It just needs to be claimed. For many, this benefit could be the missing piece that transforms retirement from a struggle into something more secure, comfortable, and dignified.